Yo, what's the deal? It's your boy, and I'm back with another installment. Hopefully, the audio is a bit better. I had to go and get some different headphones. The ones I had were straight trash. You can hear me. Now, make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe if you're over on YouTube, and make sure you like and follow me if you are coming from the Twitch platform. Man, you can find me at BMTV33 over on Twitch, and you can find me at BMTV33 over on YouTube and my Matrix Decoding channel at BMTV32 over at YouTube. You feel me? So, we're going to be talking about the passing of none other than the infamous, notorious Clive Davis. Man, he passed away at the age of 94. You feel me? And it was a lot going on. I think he's been in the game for like 60 years. That's a long time. You feel me? 60 years is a long time. It's long for damage to be done, torture to be done, all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So let's not forget the accusations that were brought up against him. And not only that, let's not forget that people were saying that he was a part of a payola scheme, which we're gonna get into, which is basically like paying off the radio stations either with drugs or money to play a specific artist or group of artists on the radio stations. Okay, and then also we're gonna be talking a little bit about him and P Diddy's relationship. It was said that him and P Diddy was more than just business friends. All right, and I'll just leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy when you think about it because I often wonder why do people feel the need to use blackmail against artists or put people in a twist as far as their contracts and why they have to be putting these 720 deals, 360 deals. Why can't it just be either an even split or it could be something like um, you know 40-60 or I mean just enough to benefit both parties. You know what I'm saying? Because they both bringing things to the table. You know, it's not a one-sided deal. But that's how it be going down. You know what I'm saying? Um, Died at the age of 94 at his New York City home. His longtime representative, Eliza Rabinoff, said he passed away peacefully from an age-related illness surrounded by family. He had been hospitalized weeks earlier for upper respiratory infection. Davis was diagnosed with Bell's palsy in 2021, from which he recovered. He discovered and helped develop artists such as Whitney Houston, Barry Manilow, Earth, Wind and Fire, Janis Joplin, Santana, Bruce Springsteen, and Billy Joel. So he's got a huge repertoire of artists that he helped bring into stardom. All right. Parents. He was raised in a Jewish household and later celebrated milestones like his son's bar mitzvah. Now, this right here is interesting to why I wanted to bring up why I believe he did not do a day in jail because his which is okay to be white, black, Mexican, Chinese, green, black, blue, purple, it don't matter. It's okay to be all that. But at the same time, we gotta understand something. If this is just my opinion. Let's not forget that this is my opinion and my opinion only. I'm not forcing any of this information onto anybody. And this is for entertainment purposes and historical history purposes only. Right? This is not to kick a person when they're down or talk about a person when they're passed on. All right. But I do want y'all to let me know down in the comment section below if y'all believe that because of his background and having Jewish blood, Do y'all believe that that is why he didn't do a day in jail? Because he had deep connections? All right. Second, 2026, at the age of 94. A representative for Clive Davis confirmed he had died peacefully from age-related illness. All right, surrounded by loved ones and family. His death occurred at his home in New York City following a recent hospitalization. All right, blase, blase. We already went through that, and we know what he's about. Now, this is a crazy part because we know how much Whitney Houston did for him. We know how much Janis Joplin did for him. We know how much all of these artists have done for him. Usher, P. Diddy, all of these people. But it's a two-way street. You got to give something to get something in return. But I believe that this story about him continuing a gala party after one of his most famous artists, Whitney Houston, died at a party that he was throwing in a hotel on the fourth floor, was kind of crazy to me. It's like you didn't want to give time for her family to heal and to mourn from that. You didn't want to grieve yourself. But then you got to think about it. These folks is evil, man. These folks don't care nothing about that mighty dollar. And I got to let people know this, man. My opinion, once again. Get that through your head, you will understand what I'm saying. Because this is what I'm saying. Money can be used to put a hit out on somebody, or money can be used to take care of you and your family. Money can be used to build projects to keep desolate, broken down, unstructured, violent neighborhoods. Or it can be used to build up a prosperous, almost utopian, but we don't want to be utopian because things are type of area. I mean, it could be done. If you need to write the most beautiful symphony, or you can use a pencil in a John Wick fashion and poke somebody in their damn eye. You see what I'm saying? It's just that simple. So I don't want to hear people saying, oh, money is the root of all evil, because it's not. It's the way that people use it that will make you think that it's evil, because the people that print the money and that have unlimited amounts of money will make it seem that way by the things that they do and fund and invest in. All right. Now, back to Clive Davis. He did hold his annual pre-Grammy Gala on the evening of February 11, 2012, just hours after Whitney Houston passed away at the Beverly Hilton Hotel. Though it was a highly controversial decision at the time, Davis decided to proceed with the event at the urging of Houston's family, transforming the gala into a somber tribute to his longtime friend and protege. This is crazy because you want me to believe that her family members said go ahead and have that party even though our daughter just died, and just twist it around and make it into a somber tribute to her? I know my folks would have been like, hell no, we ain't doing Nathan until we get this situated. And until we mourn, you're going to have to hold up for about a couple weeks. We not finna just, because it ain't about you and your party at this point in time. Our people just died. One of our people just died. So we're going to have to sit back and mourn on that. Please give us privacy, and we thank you for sending out your prayers. They do that for everybody else. When somebody dies or passes away, don't they say, just like rest in peace, Take Keith, perfect example, please give us time and space and privacy as we, go through this journey of our son or whoever passing. Thank you for the prayers. So what was different with this woman? Rest in peace, Whitney Houston. What was the difference? She drowned a couple of times before that. There was an interview where Clive Davis was sitting in between Brandy and Monica, and she handed Brandy a note, and her hair was all wet. It looked like she just came back from swimming. And the note that Brandy was given from Whitney Houston, I think we will never know what was in that note. But that note had something that made the eyes of Brandy almost bust out her freaking head. She looked at that note and was like, oh my God. Like, she looked like she had seen a ghost when she walked up. All three of them looked like they seen a ghost. Like they knew she was supposed to be dead already. You can hear it faintly on the mic, like, you gotta pay your dues. You gotta pay your dues. It was so eerie. And then Monica and Brandy did a video with Whitney Houston in a car, and as they're walking away from the car that Whitney Houston is in blows up. Now I get it when you pass the torch or you pass off the baton and people pay homage and it's like, okay, the next generation gonna come up. But why do you have to signify it in that fashion of dying? Like, so they already knew what type of time it was going into this transition of them carrying the baton and carrying that music after she passed. It's just really, really weird. And Ray J had a relationship with her, which I found to be very weird. And I mean, these folks all get down with the get down, and they damn near all be related, and they keeping it in the family. Brother and sister, brother and cousin, mom and son. Like, that's why all this corn that people watch nowadays is like mom and son or stepson and stepdaughter and all this crap. It brings that into play because that's how these folks get down. You see what I'm saying? That I forgot the word, incest. You know what I'm saying? That's been going on. That's what these folks do. Because once you start bringing outside people in, you pretty much dilute the bloodline. That's how these folks think of it. You know what I'm saying? And then they die off, and then nobody from their bloodline, direct bloodline, is carrying the torch. That's another video for another day. Let's get back to this, right? For those who just came up in here, we are talking about Clive Davis, all right, and his passing and his connection to the payola scheme they was involved in, and Whitney Houston and my own research on. All right, so I'm just telling you this is just my opinion and my opinion only. Okay. Real quick before we move on, I never had 75 people in here watching the video at once. Never. We up to like 50 some comments and 70 people watching this live. Something is going on, man. You hear me? But I appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it moving. 1973 Columbia Records, firing and payola probe. Finna get into it. Now, CBS fired Davis after executives accused him of misusing nearly $100,000 in company funds, such as for paying, decorating his apartment, and his son's bar mitzvah. This happened amid a broader federal investigation into payola, bribes to radio stations, which is what I was talking about earlier, within Columbia Records, though Davis was never personally implicated or charged in the payola schemes, knowing damn well he was a part of it. In 1975, tax evasion charges. Following his CBS departure, CBS got that all-seeing eye Big Brother logo, all right? Davis was indicted on 6 counts of federal income tax evasion over alleged unreimbursed expenses. He ultimately pleaded guilty to one count of failing to report $8,800 on his 1972 tax return. He was fined $10,000 and received 1 day of unsupervised probation. Now, if I'm the one to tell you this, let me be the one to tell you this. If my black ass went and did some shit like this, $8,000, I want $8,000. Right now, my black ass would have been in jail. And people would have been asking me, Dad, what you in here for? Man, tax evasion. I ain't pay these folks over $8,000, you feel me? In a heartbeat. That court date would have been my sentencing. Fuck is you talking about? Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. When you got a deeply rooted background of a bloodline of a specific sector, race, or creed, and you know one of us in here watching this video were to do something like this, broski, I'm telling you, your ass would have been in jail. And you would have had to do some supervised probation after you got out. And had to pay some restitution. Man, this is crazy. Sued Davis in Queens Supreme Court, claiming he was forced to work excessive hours without overtime pay during the pandemic and was wrongfully fired after complaining, which is, bro, like, and I want to put y'all on game too, bro. For all my youngins out here that's just starting to work, you 18 to 25 years old, your boss, your supervisor, whatever it is, bro, don't be afraid to think you're gonna lose your job. Because I'm gonna tell you something right now. HR is to protect the company. This is for all my youngins out here. HR is for the company. Do not go tell them your problems unless you know how to talk to them. And they got videos of people that work in HR on Instagram and all these other platforms that you can look at, and they'll tell you how to get their attention to get something handled, right? And to make sure that you're covered, right? So that you don't lose your job. But you can go over HR's head, and I'm gonna tell you how. Damn, 100 people in here. This is a blessing, man. Thank you, God, up in heaven. You feel me? Now, wow, yeah, I got to screenshot that. 100 people, bro. That's crazy. We just hit a milestone. So now, EEOC, double EOC, all right? EOC, they should have this plastered on a poster in y'all break room or in the hallway of your job. You get that number, you get that email. If anything crazy go on, sexual harassment, people watching crazy stuff on their phone, like porn or anything else that got to do with children or whatever, or anybody grab you in the wrong way or physically harm you, or do not do none of that. Hold on real quick, y'all. Hold up. All right, my fault. All right, my fault, y'all. Now, shout out my dog PJ Allen in the building, man. You feel me? Shout out my dog. You know what I'm talking about? Now, so EOC protects the people that work for the company. HR protects the company. Do not go to HR unless you know how to talk to them. So, go to EOC, file a complaint on your employer, all right, whether it's your boss or a person that's working with you on the floor or whatever. Do not go get your own lawyer. They do all of this for you. All you got to do is sit back and let all of this take place. And then they'll call you back and say, okay, they want to settle with you and they want to give you $50,000. You say no. You can turn that down. Okay. They want to give you $60,000. Nope. All right. They want to give you $80,000. That's their final offer. Say no, I want 100. They say, all right, they ain't pushing. They only want to give you 80. Now, if you get other people to cooperate with your story, they're going to get 10% of what you get. So if you get 80 grand, they're going to get $8,000. You hear what I'm telling you? You feel me? Now, that's what I'm just saying for the youngins that's trying to get up into the workforce and don't know nothing about nothing. You feel me? Now, these are the things that he was alleged of doing, all right? And y'all let me know in the comment section below if y'all believe that he was doing any of that. You know what I'm talking about? Because I believe he was. You feel me? All right, now let's come here. Now, the legendary music exec Clive Davis played a pivotal role in creating Bad Boy Records. In 1994, while heading Arista Records, Davis partnered with a then young producer named Sean Puffy Combs to launch the label through a 50-50 joint venture. This historic partnership provided the label with vital financial backing and nationwide distribution. It allowed Combs to build a bad boy. This it allowed Combs to build Bad Boy into a hip hop powerhouse, launching the careers of monumental artists like the Notorious B.I.G., Faith Evans, and Mace. Also, Craig Mack, rest in peace. All right. So this is what I got to say about him and P Diddy, right? Because it was alleged that they had more than just a working relationship. I got to let y'all know something. You don't just wake up one day and do the crazy things and antics and throw these wild parties just off of the strength. Somebody had to teach you that. Somebody had to be your mentor and show you that. Somebody had to groom you into thinking that, oh, this is okay to do this to men. This is okay to do this to women. Because I tell you, the casting couch is for men and women. You little nasty motherfuckers know what I'm talking about when I say the casting couch. I know all y'all got a subscription and a motherfucking sign in name and password to Cornhub. Little nasty heathens. You know what I'm talking about? So it's the same thing. These folks do not care. It's either you're sworn in or you're born in. And if you're not, but you're close to it, you're either going to have to give up that bottom or that mouth, or you're going to have to sacrifice something off the top. There ain't no other way around it. And for those just getting in here, yes, we're talking about this man right here, Clive Davis. All right. This is him. He always had that old face too, man. Like, it don't even matter how far back I went to get a young picture of him from the 60s and 70s. He always had that old, creepy, sneaky, conniving snake face. Old face. You know what I'm saying? And then you see him right here with Whitney Houston. Look like they signed some paperwork. You feel me? Like she finna get signed. She finna sign her life away. You know what I mean? She finna sign her life away, not even knowing. You know what I mean? Now, let's get up into this gematria, man. If you don't know what gematria is, it is the coding of letters into the numerical value. You got the 4 base ciphers. The ordinal cipher is the English language going forward. A equals 1, B equals 2, 3 equals C, and so forth, all the way until Z, which equals 26, because it's the 26th letter of the alphabet. You understand me? Then you got the reverse cipher, which is the English language going in reverse. Z equals 1, Y equals 2, X equals 3, all the way until A, which is the 26th number in alphabet in reverse. You understand me? And then you got the reduction cipher, which is the Pythagoras cipher, which is the purest cipher out of the 4 ciphers, okay? It goes from 0 to 9. You don't go no higher than that, because Pythagoras was a master of his craft, and he believed that 9 was the most perfect number in the entire universe of creation. You understand me? And then you have the reverse reduction, which is the mirror reflection of the reverse of the reduction cipher. Right? So let's get up into this, man, because from the day he was born to the day he died, right? We get some numbers from that, right? Now, the day he died has some interesting numbers. June 22nd, 2024, right? We see 74 and 38 are the first 2 numbers in his death date, all right? We also see some 9 numerology as well, which is 54. It's 5 plus 4 equals 9. 3 plus 6 equals 9. 9 is what? A number of completion. All right, 7 is also a number of completion as well, because it took God 6 days to create everything, and then he rested on the 7th day, right? And then we also have this number 43 in the day he was born, okay? We also have 33, which is masonry. You type it into the calculator, and 42 is Saturn numerology. These folks do worship Saturn, okay? Or Satan, however you want to say it. All right? Now, I found something very interesting because he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. All of this stuff is connected in gematria. If you guys remember the movie, what's that movie's name? John Wick. I just said his name. How the hell did I forget? John Wick, right? John Wick. They have these people underground that they'll type your name in when you go against the code or when it's just your time to get out the way and get killed. And they'll type your name and then they'll put a number on your head, like, okay, you did something bad, you went against the grain, or you told one of our secrets, just like I believe what happened to Oliver Tree, rest in peace to him, because once he went to Antarctica and exposed all that and a bunch of other things like Pizzagate and all that crap, they went ahead and got him about the way a couple months later, not too long after that, right? But we're just gonna say for Clive Davis, all right, you did everything that you could, you had a long, fruitful life, you're 94 years old, it's time for you to go, boom, you're gonna die on this date. I think that's how it is when these folks do gematria. They got a bunch of people working in this secret place and maybe getting contact from off-world entities, because you know when these folks do a lot of crazy things, all right? And I'm going to just say a couple of them right here. These folks will go into a near-death state to where they slow their heart down almost to the brink of death. They do this professionally. They got a bunch of doctors around the world, underground, just like the Soros Ranch, right? People got distracted and was trying to think about Jeffrey Epstein Island and all that crap when he had this ranch where he was doing eugenics and all this crap. Right? We ain't gonna get too deep in that because YouTube be tripping. Now, they got these doctors that'll put you to the brink of death that will then put hallucinogenics into your IV. And I know it sounds crazy, not in this world, but it has to sound crazy, not in this world, because people will then not believe it, then call me crazy, right? But that's fine. I don't care. I'll be that crazy guy in the corner. Please, just leave me alone. And what happens is they get in contact with these little alien elf-looking things. And a lot of them have said the same thing. They all see the same little alien, gnome, gremlin-looking things, okay? And then they get this quote-unquote hidden information or knowledge, forbidden knowledge, all right, to be able to then build these quantum physics computers, right, that need to be merged in water and consume like 3 bottles of water just to give you 3 answers or 3 replies through chat GPT. To get 3 replies through chat GPT, they need 3 bottles of water, which is crazy. So just imagine all these data centers that are underwater and these quantum physics computers that are underwater. And if you wonder why they knocking down all these places like in Hawaii, Africa, Jamaica, and all these fires are happening, because what's going to happen is they're going to build data centers and then it's just gonna get crazy, but another video for another day. But they are definitely in contact with something to make all this gematria happen, because P. Diddy said himself in Alive, and he's not the only one that said this. They say it in the music and movies and all this other stuff, commercials or whatever. And they say if you are born on a specific day and the stars are aligned and these certain numbers, you are chosen. He was not playing when he said that he know the game and he know about gematria. All these folks know about gematria. That's why they can't release music on a certain like whenever they want to. When you are an unsigned artist, you can put out music whenever you want to. You're not controlled. You don't know nothing about gematria, maybe, and all this other stuff. You get signed to a major, you'll feel like you on a shelf, because they're gonna put your character out there the way that it's supposed to be, to go with the storyline of your character. They're going to create you into something else, right? So what's going to happen is they're going to put your music out on certain dates and certain times to follow the narrative all the way up until your contract is up, and then you can re-sign with them, or they force you to re-sign with them, or your character is no longer needed and they're going to get you up out the way, right? Now, with that being said, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has 94 in the reduction. Why is that so important? Why are you showing us that? Well, I'm showing you that because he died at what age, ladies and gentlemen? He died at 94. Hello, is anybody home? You feel me? And I just showed y'all that his death date, the first number on his death date was 74. Groom Puff Daddy, a young Puff Daddy. Groom him, show him the ropes. Show him everything he needs to know if he's going to be successful in the industry and be able to hold things over people's heads and be able to groom other artists and be able to, um, blackmail people to get them to sign these crazy contracts, right? Because he had to learn it from somebody. He didn't wake up just knowing all this, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody taught him this. Just like you didn't wake up knowing everything you know. You were taught what you know, right? It only makes sense, duh. And that has 74 in the purest cipher. Once again, the reduction cipher. Not only that, but you got to know that these folks learn all of this stuff from occultic teachings, from skull and bones, skull and crossbones, Rosicrucian order, and all these other Freemasonic brotherhood occultic brotherhoods, right? Now that 322, that goes back to the skull and bones, ladies and gentlemen, because skull and bones has that 322 as well. Okay, I'm trying to hurry up and show y'all real quick. All right, let me see. All right, I'm gonna have to delete a couple of these real quick. Now let me see if I can put the picture up here, because that skull and crossbones has 322 as well. That's their number. That's their stamp. That's their marking. That's how they let you know who they are. All right? And it has that 322. This is not a coincidence, ladies and gentlemen, nor am I trying to make this a coincidence. All right? This is gematria in its purest form. Groom Puff Daddy, 322 in the reverse cipher. Just like the skull and crossbones fraternity has 322. All right? And remember, I said the day he was born has that 33 numerology. Just like Masonry has that 33 in the pure cipher of gematria. All right? And then, like I said, if you put skull and crossbones in the gematria calculator, it has 322 in the ordinal, ladies and gentlemen, which is the English language going forward. A equals 1 and Z equals 26, because it is the 26th letter of the alphabet. Simple and plain. Right? And if y'all don't know anything about Clive Davis, he came out with this memoir or this book, and he basically came out at like 83 years old, in his 80s, like 81, 83 years old. He thought it was okay to go ahead and come out as bi after 2 failed relationships with women. And he had this interview with the old guy who's always been old, and he's done a bunch of interviews with everybody. I forgot to do the name. I think it's like 60 minutes. And he basically told him, I don't think of it as a, gender or gay, straight, bi, whatever, which is okay to be gay, straight, bi, whatever. That's cool. We're not judging. And he said, I don't look at it like that. I just look at it as a person. I don't look at it as a gender or a word. I look at it as a person. So I'm just like, whatever you got to do to use as an excuse to do whatever you need to do, or, to be comfortable in your own skin, you do that, brother. But just come out and say what it is. And he did admit that he was bi. Okay? So, I need y'all to understand something. That 43 was the first number in his birth date. Come back here and I'm going to show y'all so y'all don't think I'm a captain. Well, it was the second number in his day of birth. Okay? You see it clearly right there. You see the 33 at the bottom and the 42 as well. 42 equals what? Saturn. Just like I said, you have to have been born on a special day and time when the moon was in this phase, or the sun, to be able to get up in this, on top of being a part of a bloodline. There's a lot that goes in this. They don't just pick random ass people like you and me to be in the industry. There's people that can play better basketball than LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Allen Iverson, Michael Jordan, Glenn Davis. I say Glenn Davis, but Shaquille O'Neal. You know what I'm saying? Better than Wilt Chamberlain. You know what I mean? And they never got a chance because they weren't a part of the system. They didn't know nobody. They didn't have the bloodline. You understand what I'm saying? You could probably rap your ass off. There's probably somebody in here right now who can rap better than Lil Wayne, better than anybody you think is your favorite rapper, Young Thug, who else? I don't know who the hell y'all be listening to. Gunna, Lil Baby, whoever. NBA Young Boy, it don't matter. Whoever you think your favorite rapper is, y'all could probably rap better than them. Y'all could probably make better beats than rest in peace Tay Keith or whoever else. You see what I'm saying? But y'all ain't gonna never get a chance because y'all not a part of the system. It's sad. But that's going to be doing it for this video. But I want to show y'all one more thing. This is what these folks is all about, though. This is what these folks was doing back in the day, sacrificing the babies to Moloch, right? It's crazy, right? Like they show you right here in your face what these folks was doing. You know what I mean? And you can't sit here and tell me that it's just a conspiracy or it's just a coincidence. Here's Oprah doing a bunch of one-eye symbolism. Here's a plethora of artists doing one-eye symbolism, throwing up the 666 over the eye. Okay? Black, white, brown, blue, green, it don't matter. You got Samuel Davis. You got a whole bunch of people on here. And you mean to tell me that this is just a coincidence, right? You mean to tell me that these folks is all doing this coincidentally? I don't think so, bro. I think that there's something deeper going on, something more evil and conniving going on. But that's just my opinion. This is an opinionated video. There's no truth in this video. This is not the truth. This is just my opinion of what I think is going on. Okay? So, y'all let me know down in the comment section below, man, if y'all believe any of this could have some truth to it. Let me know your thoughts. Give me some people to break down next. Maybe it's your favorite artist, favorite actor, favorite entertainer, or sports player. Let me know down in the comment section who you want me to do next, man. I appreciate everybody coming in here. This was a milestone video. Over 100 people watching. Over 100 comments. So this is crazy. I want to thank God up in heaven. You feel me? And yeah, it's really it's really a pleasure, man. Dog said, do my grandma that. He said, do my grandma. She been acting suspicious since 1987. Yo, y'all crazy. Y'all ass is crazy, man. Shout out everybody in here, man. I appreciate y'all. I want y'all to come through to the next live. I don't know what I'm gonna do it about. I don't know. We'll see, because I just got word that CERN is shutting down soon. So I think it's gonna shut down for like 3 or 4 years. I think it's gonna shut down for 4 years. So that's gonna be kind of crazy to watch. I wonder why they shut it down anyway, but some crazy stuff is supposed to happen in 2030, man. Just buckle y'all seatbelts up, man. It's gonna get wild. It's gonna get worse before it gets better, man. It always do. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all on the next one, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe, and like and follow over on Twitch. It's your boy Black Prince TV, and I'm out. Peace.